So hopefully we should be live streaming now.
Recording as well?
Start recording.
Hey!
Shows us how Nuno's going to use his wing backs, getting them forward.
I'm checking that we're actually streaming because I can't find us.
All seems a scoring run from this wing back. He wants some switch away. Rodri couldn't take it. Wood. So a spread of momentum strongly off. That's the ball. Not for the eye of last weekend's storm. Enough.
I believe it started. It's just here we go. It just popped up as a. There we go. We're live.
We are live. Arsenal have won their match against Tottenham. For me, not the most inspiring performance from Tottenham, but a win's a win. You know, we're now joined, or well, we are joined with an Arsenal fan here, who of
Hello.
course wants Arsenal to win the league. And of course, as a Manchester United fan, I'm left in a precarious position where I do not want Arsenal, especially now that I live, well, not, I've always lived in London, but especially as a Londoner, I do not want Arsenal to win the league. I don't. However, at the same time, the idea of Man City, of course, winning multiple titles, winning trebles, and all of these things, I do not want that either. I don't know. At the moment, I'd still probably prefer Man City to win the league than Arsenal. But I think if you're in Manchester, if you're a Man United fan in Manchester and you're around Man City fans, you'd probably prefer Arsenal to win the league. I think personally it's about proximity. If you're around a lot of Arsenal fans, as a Man United fan, you do not want Arsenal to win the league. I'm telling you, these guys are unbearable. Unbearable.
Yeah, I have to say, Arsenal fandom, I am part of it, but we are one problematic fandom. That's for sure.
It's unbearable.
I mean,
So
all fandoms have problems.
yeah.
But
Don't get me started with the United fandom, the United fan base. The reason why United, the top Reds, the reason why United are where they are is because the standards have fallen. They've allowed the standards to fall because of feelings. Whenever you feel something, you allow some really bad footballers, some rubbish footballers to continue play for your football club because some sort of feeling they give you. You know, some of these football fans, United football fans, for me, they don't deserve nice things. Because the reason why we are failing as a football club, a lot of the reason why, yes, the owners and all these other things, but as a fan base, we don't even, a lot of our fans don't even understand football. So it is what it is.
you sold a couple players, or did you loan? What's his name? Plays for Forest now.
Yeah. So Forest,
Strike up front.
yeah.
Forgot his name.
Elanga.
Elanga, yeah.
Mm.
Elanga's done. I've seen him play quite all right for Forest.
Yeah.
Forest have had a good few games, to be fair, this
Elanga's
season.
been decent. Elanga's been decent for Forest. I'm not expecting much from Forest in this game, even though they're at home. I'm expecting Man City to beat them. But you just never know. I mean, if Man City drop points today, the amount of confidence that will give Arsenal is incredible. I mean, as you know, Man City can't afford to drop any points. So you are watching this, Man City to lose, and I'm watching wanting Man City to win. So this will be a good dynamic. You know what I mean?
But part of the reason why I want Forest to win is Forest. That's my dad's first team that he ever supported when he came to the UK. Brian Clough era. So I always have a soft spot for Forest. The fact that even in the Premier League this season is so cool to see.
What is that? De Bruyne, like we need to start talking a bit more about De Bruyne. Now that he's getting older and he doesn't have any legs, you're starting to see for me a player that he's always been this sort of player. He is a more polished version of Bruno Fernandes.
Ooh.
He's I'm not gonna say he's not as bad as Bruno. He's better. He's better technically than Bruno. I'm not gonna disrespect him. He's more polished than Bruno, but he does give the ball away. He does, because he wants to create something or whatever. He gives the ball away a lot, and when Man City don't have the ball, he doesn't have the legs. He doesn't have the mobility to win it back. There you go. He lost the ball again. He lost the ball again.
Hmm.
Kyle Walker. Yeah, it's De Bruyne is a weird one. Like I said, he's a really good footballer, but I think all, I personally think we've slightly overhyped him. Like I said, he's really good, but I don't think we've overhyped him a little bit through his career.
It's easy to shine so much when I mean the City team that the time that I'm thinking about when De Bruyne was the most beloved, most sought after, most hyped about, talked about. I think I even seen threads last week saying he's the greatest at his position ever in the Premier League that we've ever had.
Yeah, those sort of things are.
That might have maybe one season,
Yeah,
7 or 8 seasons ago.
when I see stuff like that, he's the greatest. What attacking? What number 10 in the ever? No, no.
Mm,
Maybe he's produced the most amount of assists from that position, but he's not the best, and that's the problem. Like technically, he's not even the best. I think David Silva and Bernardo Silva are both better than him. They're both better footballers in terms of attributes. They are both better footballers than him, right?
mm-hmm.
But he might get more assists than those two. He might get more stats.
And that's due to the team and the structure you're playing
Yeah,
in.
it's just he's always ghosting when it comes to playing in like for Belgium. He never turns up for Belgium. Hazard carried that Belgium team, and Hazard is a number 10 for me. He's one of the best number 10s. Even though he played out wide, he's one of the best number 10s we've seen in the Premier League the last 10 years. He's a better number 10 than Bruno, and he's a better number 10 than De Bruyne. In fact, I don't even regard these number 8s, these midfielders,
Mm,
as number 10s. When
yeah.
did the sort of midfielders that in the mold of Paul Scholes, and when did they become number 10s? Oi, De Bruyne almost scored. Just like we're talking about him and you almost scored. I prefer the Messis, the Ronaldinhos. I prefer the number 10s, as I've always
Ronaldinho.
said, that are, the even the Jack Grealishes, the maverick footballers, the footballers who can dribble with the ball, that can go left, that can go right, that can shoot, that can score. The guys who essentially can do everything. Those are the Ronaldinhos, like I said before, the Messi. Those are number 10s, the Neymars. These midfielders that are now being called number 10s, these number 8s, these Odegaards and these
Hmm.
Brunos and these, I don't know, man. It's, yeah, football's changed a lot. Football's changed a lot, but it is what it is. It-
Gosh.
So look at him, this guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
gone from Wolves to Nottingham
Forest.
Forest. I was surprised when Wolves sacked him, to be honest.
Yeah. I think they should have hung in with him.
Mm,
To be fair, I thought that
boy,
Palace should have hung in with Vieira as well
yeah.
because of the trajectory of the games that were coming up after
But
him.
we know what the thing is
Mm,
with regards to certain managers. Here we go, Nottingham Forest. Do you know what? Yeah, I actually think Arsenal will probably have a harder game against a lower opposition. I think like when I look back at the game against Tottenham that Arsenal just had, yeah, and I look at what Nottingham Forest are doing with Man City, I think Arsenal will have tougher games against lower opposition. Lower opposition that's properly sit back, sit deep, low
yeah.
blocks, and then hit you. That's your problem. That's where you will find issues. But there's only 3 games left, so I don't know where you're gonna find that issue.
Yeah.
Forest got a free kick.
Forest free kick. I feel like David De Bruyne, when I look at him, I can see he's getting older. You know, sometimes you like Ibrahimovic, he looks the same to me from 20 years ago to now.
Mm.
But De Bruyne, I actually noticed today he looks chubbier, like
Visibly
he's
older,
getting
visibly
bigger.
heavier. You can see why he gets a lot of injuries because he's never been very skinny.
He's a Luke Shaw,
Yeah, he's always been a Luke
but
Shaw
up front.
type. Yeah, exactly. You spot on. He's a Luke Shaw type footballer. He's never been he's never been a guy with abs and slim. You know, he's not an athlete, De Bruyne.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Ooh.
just over from Gibbs White. Yeah. Gibbs White is essentially, I mean, he's the only, well, not the only, but he's Nottingham Forest's main talisman.
Yeah. Oh, there. Is that Langer?
Yeah. This is where Arsenal are better. Arsenal will score a goal from a set piece randomly and set them all at ease. That's such poor from Doku. De Bruyne has it to Doku again. What's Doku going to do? Free
I'm already
kick.
getting annoyed because I was seeing to win. There's no point. It's so early on in the game. You can't sit here angry the whole game as an Arsenal fan. Like, City's just
No, you can. That's what we're supposed to. Get all your anger out.
It's true though. It's true. I'm gonna I'm gonna channel all my frustrations into each and every single one of these players.
Doku is a slightly better version of Traore from Wolves. Not the
Oh yeah, yeah.
Traore, the big muscles and
Traore, who is like a
the slick
running,
arms,
yeah,
slick
he's just
arm.
running
He's
fast.
just when I watch Doku play, he's so frantic. You never know what he's gonna do. 1 minute he'll dribble past somebody and put a decent cross in. Next minute he'll just fall on his face. He is literally Traore. You know how like Jack, there we go, crossing from De Bruyne.
But don't you feel like Traore has more reason because he's so stocky? It makes more sense that he will fall because he's heavy, he's carrying.
You're funny.
But maybe this
Arsenal,
guy is slimmer. He shouldn't fall over, so he's not carrying as much weight.
he just doesn't have the consistency. You know, when Jack Grealish, you know what he's about, what he's gonna do, and
Mm.
Mahrez, you kind of knew. With this guy, it's literally he's a lot closer to the Rashfords of this world, where those sort of footballers get the ball and they could do something really good or something really crap. They still don't have, even at the age of 27. There's no consistency in how he approaches any given, whether it's two against one. There's no consistency how he approaches it. Doku's like that. There's good and bad about those sort of players, you know.
Yeah, you can use them in specific instances,
Yeah.
but you can't always.
At the same time, you kind of want to have a pattern of play. You kind of want to know that if I give the guy the ball in this position, I'm going to get it back. You kind of want a bit of consistency in the way. Oi, Doku almost. Speaking about Doku, it looks like a decent shot there from Doku. But yeah, I mean, you want players to be able to do the unexpected. But when it's always unexpected, it's a problem.
That's the problem.
You know.
Like this is why I believe that stopped clock analogy. I feel like that is a perfect analogy for a player like Bruno. He'll like a stop clock is going to be right there any day.
Hey, hey, Nottingham Forest through number 7 inside. Oh,
He could have made a couple different choices.
this game is going to be very interesting. Yeah,
I feel like I'm watching, but I could be projecting here. City feel not enthused. Does that make sense?
there's a lack of this season, especially after watching the Arsenal game and the way that they play with the dynamism and they're always moving the ball and it's all very quick. City have lost that
Mm.
this season. Oi.
I mean, it's a testament that the manager can keep getting that level out of them season after season after season.
Because usually you go like 2 years, you might win the title for 2 years and then you don't have the energy. I won't say the energy, but the motivation after winning it for 2 years to go and win it for the third year. Usually that's what happens to teams. So to get oh
Uh,
corner, that was scrappy from City. Ball's gone in again. Keeper's out. No man's land.
Keeper's down.
Keeper's down.
Why is he down?
What is he doing? Did Edison come out and foul the?
Bolly's down
Did
as well.
Edison come out and foul the defender there, and now trying to go down and pretend that he's been fouled? What happened? Let's see the replay.
Yeah,
It's
where's the
weird because
replay?
we just saw an Arsenal game where, oh, not even that. Onana yesterday just came out and just flattened somebody and gave away a penalty. So handball there.
Who's handballed it?
Oof.
Oh yeah, he shunted his shoulder proper. But Bolly went down and stayed down.
Wait, they clashed each other. Okay, I don't know who's at fault there. Just a general clash, I guess.
I think it's how he came in on his shoulder,
Hmm.
Edison. You know, and like you get that whiplash feeling, like it's just shunted you too harsh.
Hey, he's dipping in. John McGovern. Now what's going on here? He might have to go off. Edison.
Yeah,
Shoulder, yeah, his shoulder looks messed up. Not good.
that's not what
Mm,
goalkeepers plan for. Like it's the least planned for substitution of all substitutions of all players. No one wants to sub your goalkeeper off, really.
Not good at all. 17 minutes. We're just having a break. Looks like the goalkeepers needs a bit of a.
We're watching the replay again now. You know what? The way Edison's shoulder was slightly elevated, right, as Bolly came into him, so it shunted him up, his shoulder up and in. So
Who you being a doctor?
you
And
can almost dislocate and have it. You know, I recognize when I have my own shoulder problems. I'm like, oh, okay, I reckon he. You know, when you sleep on one side and you dent it in, it's like that just happened to him. He went in with the player, body banging into him, but he's all right now. Most important part.
oh,
What do you think
Rodri.
about Edison as a complete keeper? Because if I asked you that question 5 or 10 years ago, he was like the keeper of the like. He was he's a sweeper keeper. He does
Still, nothing's really changed. Really, he's still that. He's still a decent goalkeeper. I mean,
more goalkeepers are like him now
yeah, yeah,
than before. That's what
sure,
I've
sure, yeah, yeah.
noticed.
I mean, we've all gone crazy with this ball playing goalkeeper thing. I
Mm,
mean, to me, it's not difficult to use your feet. It shouldn't ever be difficult as a goalkeeper to use your feet and just pass the ball.
yeah.
I think we've overemphasized the ball playing part of the goalkeeper now a little bit. But yeah, the ability to pass the ball and find your man as a goalkeeper
Uh-oh.
is definitely important.
Yeah, I think right before Onana came into United, a lot of the fandom were like, "Oh, he's a ball playing goalkeeper. He can play out from the back. He can
No,
actually play."
but he is. I mean,
He is, and he is.
we've actually seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen him set up goals. He's already got an assist this season
Mm.
from playing long balls out, and I've seen him play long balls to Garnacho, to Rashford, through on goal, and they've messed it up. I've literally seen it, and I know in a better system because he's in terms of his actually goalkeeping and his ability to save shots and all of these things. He's not the greatest. He's not better than average. He's average in that sense. But I've always said to people, you don't need an exceptional goalkeeper to win the actual football league. Like if Arsenal win the league this season, they'll be winning the league with Raya, and Raya is not the best goalkeeper in the world either. Like Raya doesn't face as many shots on goal as Onana faces on a match by match basis. Literally, I think there's a stat that says Onana faces more shots than any other goalkeeper in the league. So
That makes sense to me from
I
what I've
would,
seen
yeah.
purely by watching Man
Van der
U.
Sar, yeah, as was a good goalkeeper, but Van der Sar wasn't the best goalkeeper in the world. He was just very good. Van der Sar, yeah, will give you a 7 out of 10 on everything. Catching, he'll give you a good solid 7. Coming for the ball, he'll give you a 7. Distribute, he'll give you a solid 6 or 7, but nothing exceptional. Van der Sar will never give you anything exceptional, and he made loads of mistakes too. So you don't need a Oliver Kahn or Schmeichel in goal to win the league. You never do. You just need a sound goalkeeper that doesn't make loads of mistakes. That's what you need. So Man United can win the league with Onana.
Yeah,
We just need a system and the right players to one, so he doesn't face a million shots every game,
yeah, that's it.
and two,
He
so he can
can't be
make
facing
use.
that down
Yeah,
every second. He's gonna make a mistake.
yeah.
Like, you need your defensive line.
And with
Your
better players,
Maguire.
we're gonna make use of his footballing ability. With better footballers, we will see better football, better distribution from Onana. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Edison is still a good goalkeeper.
I wonder if the Marcus Rashford said his favorite
Hey, he's
position.
through.
Oh,
Goalkeeper.
damn!
Okay.
That was good defending. That was good from Ake.
Thing is, like Man City, I routinely see Man City get beaten by just one ball over the top. If you just put that ball over the top and you're direct against City, oh, here we go. Jack Grealish, well done. If you're direct with City, you get a chance. A real good chance. That's a really good touch from Grealish. This is what I'm saying. Grealish, for me, is a number 10. Well
Yeah,
done,
it
Ake.
was Ake. Well done. Oof. Yeah,
Hey, it's a
Grealish
foul.
is. Oh, and you landed on him. Well, that's got to hurt your hip.
Jack Grealish.
Mm-hmm.
My guy, Grealish. I'm definitely a Grealish fan. I like footballers who play football with freedom, play football with a smile on their face. Just
Oh, that he
the
does.
Cole Palmers, the Jack Grealishes, the Fodens. Those are footballers. Bernardo Silvas,
Yeah, Bernardo Silva.
the guys who just football,
A guy
the
that.
ball that sticks to their feet, they can dribble, just
Mm.
manipulate the ball. De Bruyne, let's see what he's got in store for us today. Oi, handled by the wall.
You know who I quite like? I like, in your team, Anthony. I think he has got something. If he can dribble well, but
Anthony.
yeah, I think he has. If he maybe he also needs to be better surrounded by a better system. But
Yeah.
he's had a few good exceptional moments lately.
Anthony is technically he's a good footballer. He's got
Yeah.
he's got good attributes, good really technical attributes. He can control the ball. We have many footballers who can't even do that. His first touch is usually very good. Technically, he's not bad. He doesn't have physically. He could be a bit stronger. Um, he wants to connect with people. The footballer Anthony wants to play is similar to Sancho. He wants to come in, similar to Saka, similar to Martinelli. He wants to cut in, play the little 1-2s, give and goals. That's kind of what he wants to do. But he doesn't have the players. We don't have the players that want to play that game, that want to do that. So I don't think he's worth the money we paid for him, Anthony. Right?
That's
And
fair.
there's still felt failures and the negatives in his game. I think his shooting, despite the fact I say he's good technically, his shooting technique is a bit one-dimensional in the fact that he uses the inside of his left foot and he curls all his shots. He doesn't, he doesn't knock a ball, doesn't use his laces. He just uses the same sort of curl technique to shoot all the time. So which is a bit weird. The way that Bruno uses the same technique to every single time Bruno passes the ball, he smacks it with his laces, right?
Mm.
Whether it's short pass or long pass, he smacks it really hard. He doesn't change the technique. He doesn't decide to use the inside of his foot, or you know what I'm saying? Which is the same for Anthony. He shoots the same way all the time,
Mm.
which for me is not good. But in terms of his other aspects of his game, I think another manager can get something out of him for sure. He's not the worst. He's probably the second best winger after Amad Diallo. He's probably United's second best winger at the football club, personally. But
It's interesting, isn't it? Because you said under a different manager, and Ten Hag brought him here because he used to be his manager.
listen, you can tell that Anthony is not feeling Ten Hag.
Mm.
The amount of shouting that they've been doing on the pitch to each other, you can tell. Yeah, I mean, Anthony's supposed to be Ten Hag's guy, but I don't know about that relationship. When I see it, I'm like, do you know what? I don't know how cozy these two actually are. But it is what it is. It's a weird game because City know what they have to do.
Yeah,
City know that they can't afford to mess up.
I think it's inbuilt into City's culture, DNA right now
Well
that they
done,
know they're gonna
Grealish.
win.
Ha! That's what I like about Jack. That's football for me, man. Like just in control of what you're doing. Like he was not about to get rushed off the ball. He's like, I'm gonna take my time. The ball is mine. That's what I like about Jack. That's why I love Jack Grealish. Flags up, offside. That's so poor.
The more they can, who was offside though? I know it wasn't Bernardo Silva
Man.
because this guy doesn't get offside. He's too seasoned to. That's what Pep's thinking right now. He's annoyed. He's like, why is my team that has won things many times putting themselves offside against Forest?
Mm. It is what it is, man. Ah,
About halfway through the first half of this game.
oi, nice. Oi!
Okay.
Nice little. Oh
Number
no.
28.
Oi!
Ah!
Oh, he couldn't get it under
Ah!
control. Hmm. Okay, but they still got the ball.
All right, number 7. I don't know who that is, but well done. Is that Gibbs White?
Finn.
Ah!
Okay, gone over. Mm.
See, Forest, if you execute those chances accurately, you could be one up right now. In fact, Forest could be a couple up by now.
Mm.
Listen, if Forest beat City this season and Arsenal win the league, this will be this is exactly what I wish for my father. The perfect gift. Your first ever team and your main team. Come on. Come on, Forest. Do it for Arsenal. No one's doing nothing for Arsenal except Arsenal. That's how it's meant to be. I've always wondered about Forest's logo. What are the 2 stars for? Because obviously Nottingham has a forest, a massive forest.
Needs to. Guardiola getting more comfortable. It might stand for Champions League wins that they've had. It usually does stuff like that,
Ah, okay.
but I don't know for sure. Oh, hmm. Why did Pep? I mean, is Haaland injured? Something. Why did Pep make the decision not to play him? It must
Oh
be.
yeah, that's a really good
But I've always said that
possibility.
Haaland is as good as he is, and the fact that he scores goals, he's also a problem. His lack of mobility and the fact that he doesn't take part in City's build-up really, like the way that Aguero and Jesus and other players would, means City have to change the way they play. So him playing is, well, I think it's still a net positive because his goals, man, you can't. His goals are his goals. It just means that they can't always play the way they usually play with the fluidity that they want to play. Because Haaland will never give them that.
Mm.
He's not a great footballer, Haaland. He's a good striker. He's one of the best in his position in terms of scoring goals, but he's not gonna drop a shoulder. He's not gonna dribble past anybody. He's not gonna drop deep and link the play and dribble, and he's not gonna do all of these things. He's gonna score your goal. He's gonna smash it into the bottom corner when given the chance, but he's not gonna do much else.
Mm.
And that, I've always said, that is gonna be a problem. I mean, it wasn't a problem too much last season, but this season it has become, for me, a visible issue for City. It's trade-offs, man. That Bruno plays. Is the center of all our attacks, and most things go through him, which is good and bad, as I've said. He's not the worst player in the world, but he's also, for me, not the greatest. His inability to move the ball at his feet, his inability to dribble, to carry the ball
Mm.
in that position is, I think, is criminal, because I think a number 10 should always be able to carry the ball from A to B with the ball at his feet. Whether your name is James Maddison or your name is Odegaard, if you can't dribble with the ball, you can't carry the ball up the field and drive up the field with the ball in that.
Oh,
There you go. They've done it.
no.
They've done it. Vardio, header from the corner, 1-0 up. City have done it. They're and you know what? It's probably just about deserved. I know Nottingham Forest have had one or two opportunities on the break, but City have dominated this match so far without being exciting, without being really that good. They've dominated the match. They've had most of the opportunities. So yeah, it's deserved. 1-0, 1-0 up. Set piece. Set pieces are very valuable, man. Flipping neck. We're seeing how valuable set pieces are. Good goal.
Oh.
Sorry, Arsenal fans, but come on, City. Even though I'm a Man United fan, it's conflicting. No, I don't want City to win. No, I want them to lose. I don't want City to win, but I don't want Arsenal to win the league.
But if Arsenal don't win the league, the City win the league.
Ugh.
So in some ways, you kind of need, if we're gonna logic this, you kind of need to root for Forest. The short-term goal and the long-term goal can be different, but ultimately, you don't want City. Who would you rather win the league as a Man United fan? Man City or
The
Arsenal?
problem is, even though Man City have won the league like 3 or 4 times or whatever, 5, 6, whatever it is, I still don't see them as a threat, because they need to win it like 10 more times and win the FA Cup 10 more times to even get anywhere near United. And this whole Man City literally buying the league,
Mm.
literally the last 10 years, having all the money and having
Well, let's talk about it.
all the Arab funds and buying the league. I kind of feel like I don't even they don't even count. I don't even respect them like that, because
A lot of Arsenal fans would agree with you on
you know what I'm saying. So it's like
a lot.
my only issue now is Arsenal, because Arsenal will be winning the league in a way that didn't buy the league. They'll be winning it by slowly progressing
I
over
mean,
5 years.
getting better.
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen, because as a Man United, I said this before. I think if you are a United fan and you're up in Manchester, which is the small minority of Man United fans live in Manchester, because
Yeah.
Manchester only has like a million population, and there's like a billion Man United fans. So majority of Man United fans actually live outside
Of Manchester.
Manchester. So if you're in Manchester, you might want Man City to lose. You might want Arsenal to win, because you can't have it. You can't take these things from your local Man City fans. But if you are a Man United fan in London, as I've said before, you're surrounded by these
It's your
yeah,
proximity. You're
you're
close
surrounded,
down here with the rest of the Arsenal fans.
mate. It's the worst thing. These guys actually, I say United fans have the worst football knowledge. Hence why we're so crap, because they allow so much crap to happen. United fans, but Arsenal fans just get on my nerves. So that is why, as a United fan, I can't have Arsenal win the league. As much as you are an Arsenal fan, and I do have friends that are Arsenal fans, it's just your mouth, man. You guys, the way you talk, even when you haven't even won the league, yeah, you talk the most when you haven't won anything. So imagine what it's like when you win something. My gosh,
We
I
just
feel like
need
reason
to.
only and that reason only, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want Arsenal to win. Kevin De Bruyne. Give it back. Give it back. So is that wide?
Come on, if
Ooh,
Forest could just do the equalizer thing,
Hudson
just
Odoi. Oh, unlucky.
unlucky. Hmm.
Ah, thing is, this game isn't over.
Mm-mm.
Like when Nottingham Forest counter attack, there's something there. They look like they could score. Actually look like they could do cause City some damage on the counter. So I think let's keep watching out for that. Because City are not that secure at the back. They're not secure at the back as they used to be. And I've said before, directness for some reason. Just being direct against City is dangerous. It causes them a lot of problems. Simple balls over the top.
Yeah.
Whereas Gabriel, and your defenders will deal with those things. I don't know.
Look at that. That was just effortless for City to just pass it between themselves through all of the midfield of
Elanga's got the ball.
ah,
That is clever.
just block him,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
stand in his way.
That's clever because he could have gone
Oh,
on.
that's so annoying.
He could have gone on to receive the ball
Mhm.
again. Hudson Odoi being backed up by the left back. Back to Hudson. This is nice from Forest. Good. Back to Hudson again. Well done.
Pass it back out. Lovely.
He's going to put a cross in.
Number 28's got his hand up.
Finish! Oh my gosh!
No!
Oh
That's the
my
finishes. You
gosh!
must finish. You must
Oh
finish.
man. Wood.
The the goal is here.
Oh
Good the
gosh.
in it.
I can't believe
Oh, oh, that would have been a lovely
you
equalizer.
got finished. Oh my
It
lord.
just was that with your right foot. It just sort of twinkled and dingled and
That is so bad. He's so off balance. His whole shape. This is what I'm trying to
can't
say about.
believe
This is what I'm
that.
trying to say about technical ability.
That
The
was the
most
greatest.
important thing here is your technical ability. If you have high technical ability, you're not doing stuff like that. You're not like that's crazy to me,
Nuno's pin
especially
right
as a
through the.
striker.
Well,
As much as I want City to win,
to
but
be fair, that's kind of like no, it's not a Rashford thing to do. Rashford would have skied it far away. This guy didn't even get it in.
it's not. No, don't take the liberties. Like as much as Rashford annoys me, Rashford is scoring that. Rashford is scoring that. There's no way.
You know who's not scoring that?
Who?
Weghorst.
Begos ain't scoring that.
Højlund struggles as well.
Begos isn't scoring that. But if Begos is better than Hoyland though,
True. Oh my
as
god.
a footballer,
I can't believe this could have been a 1-1 right now, and I could be sitting here a bit more comfortably. Instead, now people are gonna have to see
Oi, Jack,
frustrated.
the samurai. No, that's not good.
What was that character?
Can't believe this guy. This guy just missed
Jack.
from point blank range. There's something weird about this game. It doesn't feel. It's an okay game, but it still feels a bit flat. Especially after watching that Tottenham Arsenal game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting vibe here
Mm.
in the stadium. Yes, it's a smaller stadium, but Nottingham Forest haven't been playing too badly. I would expect to see a bit
No,
more energy.
no. They're dropping deep, trying to keep the shape. And so you're doing what they usually do, just trying to move the ball, keep moving the ball around, trying to create that space, that opening.
Come on, Forest.
That's all City's
Believe in you.
City's football is about shifting it until you find an opening. Look at Doku just there. Look what he just did. For no reason, he has lost the ball. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, people who lose the ball needlessly put your team under needless pressure. It's just like, what was that? What was he doing there? This is what I'm trying to say. When there's no
Lord.
consistent approach, when there's no consistent way of playing, you don't know what this guy's gonna do.
Mm-mm.
It's good because it means he can pull out something out of a hat, but at the same time, he can do things like that you don't expect and put your team under pressure. And these sort of players, it's difficult, man. It's difficult to incorporate them into a system, into an assured system when they're so volatile.
Yeah. How do you
How do you do that?
plan it?
How
How
do
do
you
you long
plan?
term plan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when this player is so volatile. Oh, there we go. Well done, Jack. That's a great ball. Alvarez.
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad that
Said
happened. I'm glad it happened. He missed it. He missed his head
he
completely.
missed his head.
It's okay.
Langa's pace.
Elanga, that's why they keep blocking him down because you can't outpace Elanga.
Langa's very, very quick.
And he's frustrated because he thought that ball was his. It's a Forest ball, but it's not.
Yeah, he's onside. Oh, oi. Didn't he look like? It looked like he ducked.
Yeah.
It looked like he jumped, yeah, and ducked.
It
And I'm
looked
like,
like
bro,
he ducked when the ball came. He was
why are
like,
you? I was
the
like, why are you?
ball's coming. He was like,
Yeah, like, you know when someone's supposed to grow. Someone's supposed to grow. Either he grew, then he shrunk.
there was a famous NFL game where something like that happened when one guy was passing the ball to his player, and the guy ducked and let the ball go over him.
Look at Doku again. Lost the ball.
Come on.
Lost the ball again in like. Oh,
No, this is that game that they're playing that they all really don't want to be playing this game. All of them want to be at home, but it's their job. You know, everyone has a day when they don't feel like going to work, but you have to.
this is the day.
This is the day. It just sort of aligns that most of them can't be bothered to be at work today.
Hmm? Why's Kyle Walker just holding his nose? Is he like, oh man, your nose is just as big as mine? Both have big noses, yeah. That was
Yeah, that was interesting.
what was
He's like, you can't breathe, don't breathe.
about
What? When scoring first, City have not lost not one game this whole season. So statistically,
one of three teams unbeaten when they score first in the Premier League. I'm pretty sure Arsenal might be one of them. Might be the other one. It would make sense. You checking?
no, I'm actually checking. I want to know who were playing the last three games. Ugh.
Bournemouth, United,
United,
Everton.
Everton,
I reckon you win all three of those games.
and
But
then we're
but the thing
playing.
is, you don't want like it to be City has to win, or like because City when you put ultimatums onto City, yeah, don't do it because don't give them a task to overcome because they usually do overcome. I don't know if City prefer being chased or because last time they were doing a chasing
Yeah,
and they chased you guys down. And I think personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think Guardiola and I think City prefer to be chased. I mean, prefer to do the chasing.
yeah,
That siege mentality that he will try to create and all these things that he does.
yeah. Because I believe he wants to use the psychology of
Yeah,
you bringing yourself down.
he does that a lot.
It's very
Pep,
clever.
Pep.
So we're actually playing. We're playing you guys in the middle of May, and then we're playing again at the end of July at 1 a.m. So I'm assuming we're playing some sort of showcase in America.
Friendly or something.
Yeah, it's got to be abroad.
It's interesting. He's got because Foden's not playing.
Mm-mm.
Once again, I don't really follow Man City like that to know whether he's injured or not. I assume he might be, but it's interesting. He's got Grealish on the right, on the left, and Doku on the right.
Ugh. City have got easy games. West Ham, Tottenham,
Tottenham.
Fulham, and Wolves as their next 4 games.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't, those games are not easy, but definitely easier than Arsenal's running.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other game out of three that Arsenal could drop points in is the United game. Based on how Man United are playing, you guys will slap us very, 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 very well. Oh, we're into extra time, 46 minutes now.
Oh, yeah.
The first half has gone really, really quickly.
And not much has happened except one goal, really.
Yeah, apart from the goal, it hasn't been a terrible game. There you go. He looks a bit like is it Alfonso Davis of Bayern Munich? That guy, a little bit.
If after half time, Forest can come out and try and use a momentum to get a goal in the first 5 minutes, equalize this thing out, or hold City off until the end of the game and then equalize. Whatever way you need to deduct points.
Hey!
I can't believe
Oh,
this is one of those games where I feel like it's only fair. Forest should win. It's not fair, but City are gonna
Forest should
win.
win.
As
Oi,
Forest have had
what is a
oh,
goalkeeper doing? Oh,
that was your chance to kind of
no.
get past Edison. Hmm.
Yeah, this game's not over. Man City will need to score another goal.
Yeah.
The way that this game is going, I think the opportunities that Forest have had on the counter, yeah, City definitely need another goal.
Oh, Forest.
Hey, Gibbs.
Oh, they got the ball back. Good. All right.
Hmm?
Oh, I don't know what that was. Who that was.
Who was that too?
Oh, don't let yourselves down, Forest. You definitely can score at least one goal in this game. Good. Block. Okay. So we are into half time now.
There you go. There you go, guys. Half time, 1-0. Very, very. It's a weird game to watch. I do think Man City just deserved the win based on territorial advantage of the game, based on the fact that they've been camped largely on Nottingham Forest's penalty box, moving the ball around. Might not have had many clear-cut chances to score, but based on the territorial advantage, Man City probably deserved to win or to be winning. But for me, Nottingham Forest are not out of this game. clearly, as we can see, just a counter attack could easily lead to a goal because
Yeah.
City don't look as secure. Well, City don't look as good going forward, but they don't look as secure defensively either. They do not. So, based on what I've seen at the two teams, City and Arsenal have a bit more dynamism. Arsenal a bit more dynamic
I can agree with that.
than City currently, based on what I can see. And that might be the thing that make them win the league. Who knows? Because this City team can be beaten. They can be got at 100%. Like Grealish is having a good game. Probably, I mean, I might be biased, but Grealish is one of my favorite players anyway. So out of the Man City players right now, Grealish is the one that's everywhere. That's picking the ball up. That's moving the ball. That's slowing it down, then speeding up. He's in full control of what he's doing. He's a technically gifted footballer. Whereas Doku on the other side is not. And I know there are a lot of people who love Doku, but this loving people who have pace and power and overlooking technical ability all the time, it concerns me when it comes to football. It concerns me because people will say that Doku's more effective, and I'm like, well, it's more effective if you play that style of football. Like if you want to break a team down, then you need more intelligence. You don't just need someone who can just run really quickly. Like, no, Doku's is got more than just pace and power. He does have a lot of tech as well, but he's not Grealish level when it comes to technical ability. And people just need to understand that. Just know what you're seeing. Just understand what you're seeing with your eyes. We're seeing one person who can control the ball with a deft touch. One person that when they control the ball, a lot of times the ball will bounce off their feet. That's technical ability. Just know what you're watching, you know. But yeah, this game is it's weird. It's a weird game. It's not as weird as the Arsenal game.
The
Your game
derby.
was your game was weird because I feel like some of the opportunities and some of the chances that Tottenham should have scored them, and I feel like the referee in your game was just taking liberties. Whereas this game doesn't have the required urgency I think that Man City should be showing. But they're winning. They're winning just about.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It
Well,
is what it is.
let's see. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, there'll be an equalization at some point and that'll
Yeah.
stay a 1-1, or I don't think Forest are going to get 2 goals. So
No.
you better make it, either keep it 1-1 when you do get that goal, or if they score another one, then you have to make it 2-2.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Forest haven't been playing the worst. I mean, Forest haven't been playing that badly, and if Man City are not careful, this game won't be a win. You know, it won't be.
That's what we need as Arsenal fans.
But anyway, guys, if you're watching, I know there's maybe one or two people in the chat right now. Smash the like as usual.
Yeah, guys, make sure you like the video.
Share, subscribe, do all of that. All of that. It's literally my second watch along in history ever.
Yes.
So there'll be more of these coming. The more we get used to this whole process and everything else. But Man City are just playing very. Man City keep the ball very well, and that's why some of their games can sometimes look a bit boring,
Yeah.
you know. And they will wait and wait until they get that perfect opportunity as well. They won't force it.
Yeah.
So the patience in the patience in the way that Man City play football is for me is to be admired sometimes. It really is. But
Yeah, they got that muscle memory, that again, that resilience to know they've won a lot of stuff a lot of times in a lot of different years in a lot of
yeah,
different con.
Pep's man, Pep knows what he's doing most of the time. When Pep's in the Champions League, sometimes he can overthink it and overdo it. But most of the time, Pep knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to do. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway,
Okay, guys, we'll be back in a second.
we'll be right back for the second half. Guys, stay tuned as usual. Yeah, we'll be right back for the second half.
And I
Just
think
having a break.
the mic keeps going, so there you go. I leave my mic in here.
Mhm. Got my food now.
Lip balm. My lips are okay. Okay.
We are back for the second half. Any changes?
I think the goalkeeper's changed. Edison.
Mm. And also, funny enough, I was literally just talking about Doku and Doku's performance and him giving the ball away, and Doku's been replaced as well. So good to see that I know a little bit about football. You know.
Getting ready to get that kickoff timer just right, guys.
Mm.
Perfect. There we go. Kicked off second half. We are back again. Second half has started. City versus Forest. City's already 1-0 up. So what we're looking to see this half, I need to see Forest finish their chances. They had 3 or 4 excellent opportunities in the first half, which they did not finish.
Mm.
Open goals, shots on target, right in front of you, just you and the goalkeeper. And now that City have swapped their goalkeeper, I think, you might have an opportunity to exploit here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Forest have had one or two opportunities to do something. So if they just take those opportunities, this game's gonna transform. It might make Man City play football with a lot more urgency than how they're currently playing.
Yes.
Here we go,
Oh, oh,
Langer, finish.
yeah.
No way.
No, I'm not watching no more football.
No
I'm never
way.
watching football again. Close it.
No way. I'm like, that's a
I
goal.
cannot believe
Are
that.
you telling me Chris is that Chris Wood again?
That was the perfect.
This how
Wow.
many chances does this guy need?
This is a perfect.
Oh my gosh. Practically open, well, not open goal, but right in front of goal. Once again, he couldn't connect to the ball properly.
It's upsetting.
Oh my gosh.
So upsetting. What does that mean?
That's crazy. I don't understand. Like, that's not difficult. Listen, I don't want Man City to lose. I don't want Arsenal to win the league. But come on. That is not even difficult a chance to score. Any good, decent connection. So that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. Oh, the Forest fans understandably frustrated in the stands.
Forest fans frustrated in the stands. Stand. Please don't go. Baby, do by the window, and I can't see it all. Even if I get it, I'll be great.
Nice. Getting us a little bit more lighting in the shot. You've got the sunlight. The sunlight is the perfect lighter. Gives the perfect lighting.
Yeah, man, that is not even good. That from Bernardo is not like that's not like Bernardo. That little kick, that little hoofball, whatever that was, that's like yeah.
I wonder what Pep said at half time.
Mm. Definitely, Pep wants more from these guys against Nottingham Forest. Pep wants this game put to bed. Just a nice professional performance from City will do.
Mm.
Get the second goal, shut up shop, you know. There we go. Grealish. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, Grealish needed to overlap there. He was waiting for Grealish to do the overlap and run, which he didn't do. Bernardo Silva on the right. Uh, the spam ball by Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne didn't even look. He didn't look.
Out
He just as soon as Kevin De Bruyne had the ball just there, he just kicked it. And that's the sort of footballer he is.
would
So you either really like that sort of football or you don't.
come on, Forest. No.
Oh, Gibbs. Mmm.
Mm-mm.
What does it mean? Excellent.
I think he missed the strength of the stream is
All
excellent
right.
quality. So hopefully you guys can let us know. The studio's telling us that the quality of your stream should be excellent. So hopefully,
Apparently. Ooh. Hey, oh my gosh.
don't miss this chance now. Oh, of course you're gonna miss this chance now.
What did I say though? What did I say
That's
about
so
how
annoying.
one ball over the top being direct for some reason, especially this season, outdoes Man City's game. It's like every system, no matter Arsenal system, Arteta's system, Pep's system, every system will always have their weakness. You're always going to find a weakness. No system is perfect.
Mm-mm.
For some reason, this direct over the top balls can just do Man City. I saw it. I saw it against Madrid. I've seen it all season.
I mean, now the circumstances can't be, well, maybe they could be better, but Edison has been taken off. Forest, you have to, the choice, you have a choice to really exploit that. This keeper was not expecting to come on today for City as a sub.
Oh, Bernardo. What is that from Bernardo? He's not having a good game today, Bernardo. At all.
Let me see. I don't actually know who's on City's bench.
Yeah. The one is, it's also City's lack of pace. I know I talk about pace and power, and I prefer technical ability over pace and power. But yeah, Forest have a lot of pace going forward. And a simple ball over the top, time and time again, is causing City so much problems, man. Now, Forest have the ball and City have dropped so deep now. It's nice. Off.
I'm trying to find out if where's Foden, because I saw the team news for City and it just said Foden is not playing today. I mean, it doesn't say anything like he's injured or he's suspended or.
I didn't really hear. I assume, I mean, if he's not even on the bench, he must be injured, surely. But I don't know. That's good from De Bruyne. That's good for Man City. Alvarez. Oh,
Apparently, Pep said Foden didn't feel good today.
okay.
He didn't feel well, so they sent him back to Manchester.
Oh, there you go. I told you about Forest's pace and directness. This is what.
Wow, brilliant! Don't waste the chances. Why are you wasting these chances, Forest? Why?
Go the other way, but
Hello, we need you. Reds unite! Come on.
yeah, for some reason he reminds me of Alfonso Davis for Bayern, and also
You're
because he's
right.
wearing the red that Bayern usually wear as well,
It's that
and
slightly
he's got the
different.
same sort of hairstyle, I think, as him as well.
Right. So yeah, Diaz and Foden are not available for today's game. Neither is Haaland. Haaland has a muscle injury, but that they already knew that from a few
Who's
games
that
ago.
down there, Grealish?
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, it just sort of messed with his stride.
Yeah, man, those ones hurt, man. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Some of the ones you see, yeah, that you don't think hurt, yeah, are sometimes the most painful ones. The ones like banging your knees, yeah, is not a nice feeling. I'm telling you.
Isn't that the guy from Oasis? He's a Man City sport, isn't he?
Well, no, or Gallagher.
One of them, yeah.
Mm. For the times that Jack Grealish gets fouled as well.
To be fair,
And
yeah.
it's not like they're not like Saka fouls, but Saka draws the foul in and then goes down. Like, you know what? When Jack Grealish gets fouls, he's getting chopped down.
Jack Grealish is like, you know when you watch those close-up shots of like the deer running from the tiger, and the deer's just like, you haven't done anything wrong. You're just trying to do your thing. Meanwhile, all these players are coming in to just attack you. Offside!
No, that's so ridiculous. Shouldn't be offside in that position.
I'm sorry, but the more you know, when you're watching football back after back, games after game, I'm like, at this level,
Yeah, there's no need for you to be offside.
offside.
You literally can see. You're literally facing the line. When you're a winger and you're standing in a position where you're opening your body up, you see the player about to pass you the ball, and you can see the line. So, like, just make sure you'll never go beyond that defender. That's all you got to do. It's not difficult. I always, when I see the wingers offside in that position, it's lack of focus, lack of concentration.
And they just showed Haaland for a second. Just walking around like, because you can't bring him on with a muscle injury. It's not possible. Although Man United love to play some of your players back in the day with injuries.
Rodri so far, so deep. Oh, and again, foul.
Foul on
Grealish,
Grealish.
Grealish is getting it.
Ugh, trying to see what you're saying. Bolly, was it Bolly who went
Bolly.
down? I like Bolly.
I like Bolly because it sounds like Goku's brother, Broly. Some Dragon Ball Z-ish. Broly. Yeah, and Broly also means that, umbrella.
Oh yeah, we know what they are in the UK. You need your brolly before you go outside. You also probably need a change of clothes.
Oi.
The weather here is temperamental.
Uh, who's that? Alvarez is having the best game today.
This number 43.
And Bernardo Silva is also not having the best of games today.
No, you're right. Silva. I saw him. He was
Oh, here we
lying
go.
on the floor in the.
Hey, that's nice. Composure out of the box to Jack.
And that's it. City, even when they're not playing that well, they still have this level of composure and they can close you down really quickly. It's so annoying. Oh. Furthermore, Jack, why'd you even go to City? They shouldn't even count.
No, but now I was thinking the other day when I was seeing Aston Villa ball out.
Mm.
I know Aston Villa are inconsistent. I know they got beaten, I think, by Arsenal recently, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably finish in the top six at Villa. And I think to myself, imagine what's Grealish? I know Grealish is winning titles with Man City, but Villa are doing well right now. Villa look like they're playing some exciting football. They got exciting wingers as well.
I don't understand. If Haaland's got a muscle injury, why are they bringing him on?
Oh my lord!
This really feels like how you were describing the London derby. Tottenham should, City should, Forest should be winning right now. The amount of attempts Forest have had on target.
Alanga, it looked alright there. Hudson Odoi, what's he gonna do? Drop it, bring it back. Good. Keep the ball.
Who is number 43 for Forest?
Oi. The one that looks like Alfonso Davis.
Even that, the interception from the City player in the box made sure that it was a throw in and not a corner. That's smart in itself. Reduce the opportunity for the other team. Like, even when they're not even trying that hard, they're still doing good enough.
Wow, that's really bad. So they're gonna bring on Erling Haaland. I think this is a good move because Alvarez hasn't really done much, to be honest. But it's not as if they're creating the chances for Haaland. It's not as if Alvarez is missing chances. But yeah, let's just see what happens.
Are they taking off Jack Grealish?
What? There's no way they're taking off Jack.
Is it because Jack's just tired of getting fouled?
Wow, Jack's coming off. Jack, literally the main guy who's been causing all the problems,
And you got half
is
an hour
coming
left.
off.
Interesting choice.
I don't get Pep sometimes. That is wild to me. Of all the players to take off, it's not Jack. Jack to me seems like the only player that was. Bernardo's been playing so crap, and he's not taking Bernardo off. No. Literally, I'm watching football. I'm watching this match with my eyeballs, with my eyes, seeing Jack Grealish getting hacked down time and time again by Nottingham Forest because he's so threatening. They keep fouling him because he's too good. He's jinxing. He's a threat. I've seen Bernardo Silva give the ball away. I've seen De Bruyne give the ball. I've seen all of these guys. I've seen flipping, what's his name? The guy who's playing up front, Alvarez. He's not. It doesn't exist. And who do you bring off? Grealish.
Wow.
Grealish. I can't believe that. Jack has literally been the best player on Man City's team, and he's taking him off. Yeah, Pep. Yeah, he doesn't deserve nice things. How has Alvarez survived the purge or survived this? And Grealish gets subbed off, but Alvarez get kept on. Man,
It's interesting.
he's taking Pep is taking liberties. Taking liberties fully. I can't believe it.
Mm-mm.
Why wouldn't you want Grealish on the wing, putting balls and stuff into the box for Haaland? Why would you want Alvarez out there, the striker? It's just like, what is Pep's thinking? I'm literally watching a match where he's taking off the best player off the pitch. No, no, Pep's a criminal still. No, Pep's a criminal. He needs to get it's called the feds on him, bro. I ain't a snitch, but I'll snitch on Pep. I ain't a snitch, but he's I'll snitch on him, bro. Because Pep always tries to make things harder than it needs to be. I don't get this guy. This guy's like, I'll take off my best player that's been playing really well today. I'll take off my threat because I want to win the hard way. I'm like, why? Why do you want to win the hard way
He's
when there's an
adding
easy way?
obstacles.
Yeah, it's weird.
He's like, no, I sometimes think Pep is trying, like when you're doing a quest on the Pokédex or something, he's trying to get every example of everything, of every kind of combination. So he's like, I can do it in any way.
Yeah,
I can make it harder for myself. I can make it easier for myself.
he's a weird guy.
Interestingly, though, I'm sure a lot of people would be like, Haaland's like swapping Jack for Haaland isn't a bad thing. But if you
No,
actually,
bringing Haaland on, no, it is a bad thing. Bringing Haaland
yeah,
on in general is not a bad thing, but swapping him for the player that's been the most threatening, that's
that's it.
that he's the one that's gonna do something.
That's it.
That's the wrong thing. Okay, he's injured.
Oh, that's why his knee was hurting. So when he fell that time and he knocked it and he told them it was hurting,
Yeah,
the medical team. Yeah, there
that's
has to be a logical reason why he
yeah
made that
because
choice.
that listen, I know Pep's a criminal, but that's crazy. If that wasn't an injury, or yeah, he had to have a good reason.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I see the ice pack because I'm thinking, okay, cool. I don't need to get at Pep as much because he's clearly taking him off because he is injured, you know?
You got a comment. Pep will bench a man who doesn't follow instructions to the T.
Mm.
There is a plan and you cannot violate it.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
But Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne are losing the ball all the time. it's not also his plan either. And Jack's the best player so far today. So I think Pep's rigid. Ooh, Pep can sometimes be so rigid that he takes the flair out of some of his better players. Like he gets a lot out of some players, the full amount out of other players, right? But in other players who his system can suppress them.
Yeah.
And as good as Grealish is, and Grealish is my guy, Grealish is best when he can do anything he wants and go anywhere he wants. And in Pep's system, you can't fully do that. So I do agree in that respect. But
Messi is the only player he has ever given strategic freedom. What do you think of that?
yeah, well, at Barcelona, where Messi literally could do anything he wants
Mm.
because Messi's Messi. And you could argue that the best, you can even argue the better Barcelona team. You can argue this. I don't fully agree, but the better one was the team that happened after he left. The Neymar, um, Messi, and Suarez sort of Barcelona team. But it is what it is. I definitely agree that he has a way of playing football, and sometimes it involves taking less touches. But then I'm not gonna lie, players like Doku, oh, that's what De Bruyne can do. Players like Doku don't fit the typical Pep mold. I just feel like Doku is a player that, because he knows he doesn't have that sort of quick, fast player anymore. He's lost Amares. Grealish can sometimes do it. Foden's not really that guy. That's who Doku's supposed to be. Doku's supposed to be his ace up his sleeve. That sort of quick, fast player that doesn't have the. He's not the most technically assured player, basically. But
Mm.
in the Premier League, that kind of player can be very effective. You know.
Yes. Yes.
But it is, I don't know, man. Football's complicated. You can look at it in so many different ways. That's why I always say football is really, it's never black and white, it's grey. And anyone who sees it in a black and white way, I will already lose my respect because it isn't
Mm.
that. But yeah. Yeah,
We're,
Langer, I'm proud of Elanga.
yeah.
Like, I know he wasn't through. Ah, Woods. Give it to Gibbs. He should just give him the ball. The ball was there. Oh my gosh.
I don't like that when
Woods. Is this like Woods, this striker, this Forest striker?
pass it off.
He's had 2 chances in front of goal to score and he's fluffed it up. He's like a Weghorst.
Mm. Yeah. He's tall for nothing. I'm joking.
But I mean, go back to Elanga. I think I'm happy with what he's doing. I'm happy with what this guy's doing because the way I see it, he's listen. Elanga isn't the greatest, right? But I'm gonna say something controversial right now. He's better than Garnacho. He's better than Garnacho. I'm not saying he's bad by a mile or anything. I don't really rate either that highly, but he's better than Garnacho.
I think I can understand what you're saying because I watched every Man United game and I watched every game that Elanga played for them. And we're seeing him now. He's flourishing a bit more at Forest.
I need to know where Forest are in the table as well.
Oh yeah, good point. Let's look at the league standings.
Hmm. All right, Haaland. There you go. That's why I say he's in front of goal. Don't give him the opportunity. Don't give him the chance. He might not contribute in the build up. He's as a footballer in terms of a lot of his other aspects of his game. He's not going to deliver a cross. He's not going to do a step over. However, in front of goal, he knows where the goal is. This guy. He knows where the goal is. This guy. Nice finish. Right foot finish as well. Yeah. that is the game. I can't see Forest doing anything after this now.
Oh, but to be fair, Forest are like right above the relegation zone, so really City should be playing a lot better than this against Forest, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Forest can still go down, right?
Just seeing the point.
Points, 29 points. Which one's the point?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which one's the points?
Win, draw, lost, the points. 26,
26 point.
25.
Yeah, they could swap into the relegation zone.
Yeah. I mean, Nottingham Forest are battling relegation. They're only 1 point ahead of Luton. So they could go down.
And City, why has City not been docked their points yet or fined? Or it's not going to happen. It's such a waste. It's so boring. I understand when people say City winning over and over. It's just boring because when you've breached financial fair play and beyond, when you've done actual illegal stuff, of course you're probably going to stay top. I want to see Pep win some stuff. Go and manage Nottingham Forest with the players they've got and the budget they've got and make them win. I bet you can't do it. It's also about how much money you'll give and how much.
Let the hate flow.
Yeah, let it flow. Let it flow.
No,
through.
that is a common conversation that people have with regards to Pep. Do it at a club that you don't have the best facilities, you don't have endless cash supply. Do it at a club where you're gonna get told no, you can't get this player, or no. Do it at a club where you're gonna have challenges. Everywhere he's been given everything. So I don't know. It's definitely something. It's definitely an asterisk against Pep's name. But
It's like we need to explain. It's like
Pep,
he won
but
a lot
most,
of stuff, but
I mean, like most managers, they need their players, right, to play their system. Pep needs his players to play his system. Klopp needs his players to play his system. That's not. I think a lot of question is, if Pep didn't get his specific players, could he play another way?
that's what we'll never know because he
Is
always
he?
gets his
Is he?
ways.
And he only plays one way, so it's the manager who plays one way versus a manager who can play multiple different ways. But once that manager who plays only one way gets his players, his one way is usually better than your multiple ways.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
what's better? You know, we need to change. We need to change the score, guys.
I'm
Sorry.
begrudgingly changing this score. I don't believe this score. I don't believe it with my own eyes. I don't like this score. I don't appreciate this score at all. I feel angry at Nottingham Forest. You let me down. Wait, they don't.
You shouldn't have really expected. Oh, Finn
No, but I've seen Forest do some shit again. I mean, some
again. Woods.
Veghorst.
This Veghorst guy. The ball's going through underneath his legs. It's like these guys. This Nottingham Forest team literally have a championship. He's offside anyway. But they literally have a championship level striker. The ball's going through his legs. He's missed kicking the ball. He's failing to finish. I'm like, what is this?
What is this? Is we're watching.
But yeah, I'm surprised you even came into this game expecting or with like. This is not one of those games where Man City should be dropping points.
Don't forget. Don't forget. Look at this. Who's this?
Waste man.
What do we do? We get delusional.
Oh,
We get delulu. We believe things that we shouldn't believe. We believe in frying fish. We got bigger fish, and we believe in certain things that you can't take it out of us because we love Arsenal so much. Like everything Arsenal's ever done for the community, for London, but I can't be sitting here.
It doesn't matter.
No, I swear down there.
It doesn't matter.
Wasn't there a game?
It doesn't matter what you do for the community. It doesn't matter what you do for the children. It doesn't matter what you do for the kids. It doesn't matter. All that matters is the title. How many titles have you won? Have you won the title or not? The Rock says it doesn't matter. Now, literally, good. You could save all kids, bro. Look at Rashford. Rashford is trying to feed children. Man said he thinks it's more like, well, in the grander scheme of things,
Of life is more important.
grander scheme of life, feeding kids is more important than football. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, they messed up because Rashford said his first love is goalkeeping.
Saving.
And you're having problems with Onana, so why don't you guys
Mm.
maybe if you
Oh
played
my
Rashford where he
gosh.
really wants to play? There's been a couple games Forest have beaten people that I was not expecting it.
Mm.
Didn't they score against Liverpool this season? I can't remember. I'm thinking, who did they win against that surprised me and I thought they can do it again for Arsenal? For Arsenal, I'm saying that they're going to do it for us.
Mm. Mm. This game's just withering away, isn't it? It's like you feel like nothing's really else is going to happen for the rest of the game. You don't really think Forest are going to do anything. I mean, the first half they had one or two opportunities, but in the second half they haven't really had it. This game is just withering away. Like if they
Yeah.
score now, then we will be set up for some very, very interesting last 10, 12, 15 minutes. But I can't really see it happening.
They've only had 7 wins this season.
Forest,
Forest, yeah.
yeah, yeah. You expect. I don't know what you expected, but you just well. I think it was more hope than expectation for you.
Yeah, I think it's because I saw them banging a goal against some teams and I was thinking, oh, Forest beat a team I wasn't expecting, but actually, no,
Mm.
that must have been last season. They have got some like 3-2s when they've played like big teams. Like they Newcastle beat them 3-2. And Newcastle's doing well at the moment, so it's like anyway. Arsenal fans' hopes are
Oh,
dashed.
look at the way this Man City is playing this intricately. I wish United can play with some intricate football. The only football we can play at United is this flipping fast paced. As soon as we get the ball, just get it to our strikers as quick as possible. Then what? Then what? When it gets to Garnacho, then what? He's got no one around him. He's by himself. Get it to Anthony, get it to Rashford. Then what? This whole transition football that we play, this counter attacking, this heavy metal, fast paced football with absolutely no control. It's so rubbish to watch. Like you shouldn't be building a team, yeah, for to just play one style of football, bruv. That is absolutely ridiculous. I've never heard it before. You're building a team that can only play transition football. So when they come up against low blocks, they don't know what to do.
Mm,
Why don't you just build a team that can play really good football, regardless? A team that can play transition football and a team that can keep the ball. Because a team that can keep the ball is a technically sound team. And that technically sound team will be able to counterattack and will be able to transition quickly anyway.
yeah.
You don't need to build a team that only transitions quickly. Therefore, and then fill the team with loads of players that are really quick, got loads of power, but when it comes to technical, whoa, look at what the heck is Haaland doing? But when it comes to technicality, can't deliver. What's the point of that? It's just like, yeah, Ten Hag needs to go. Ten Hag needs to leave, 100%. But looking at Man City play football, watching Arsenal play football, it's like I'm not saying we have the players to play that kind of football. You know, some players need to be sold and some players need to be bought. But I want a manager that wants to play that kind of football, at least.
Yeah, you
And
need that.
Ten Hag has made it clear many, many times that he wants us to be a transition football team. He's playing
Which is
players.
not what we
Yeah,
thought
no,
he was going to do at all.
no, it's not. And that's what's sad about the situation at Man United.
You guys need Ralph Ranick again.
That's the problem.
We've had it though.
Ralph came in, he told the truth and we didn't like it. The thing about football and the top reds and the people who control the rhetoric, it's about feelings. Football's always about feelings. It's a religion. So if you tell somebody that they're ugly, they're not gonna they rather believe that they're pretty and continue. They don't want to hear the truth. It's the same sort of mentality as Brexit. It's all the same sort of stuff. It's the same.
Mm,
It's a xenophobia. It's that, it's Man United, we're all red. It's that sort of mentality. It's crippling the football club.
yeah.
It is. Because we've been searching for like 12 years now for some sort of identity. And everyone keeps pulling us left or right, saying our identity is this. Listen, Fergie didn't create the identity. Fergie was important. But Fergie is Fergie. Man United was Man United before Fergie, and we're clearly Man United after Fergie. We just need to detach ourselves a little bit from this Fergie thing. You know,
Yeah.
the next if the next manager comes in, right, and if Ten Hag leaves and he's like, I want to play the Man United way, I want to copy this, and I want to listen. I'll be like, listen, get out of there. Football has changed.
Yeah.
Like Fergie kept changing his team. Fergie
Yeah.
started playing football with Robsons and whatnot, 4-4-2. By the time Fergie ended, he went from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3 with Queiroz, the Portuguese coach that brought in Tevez and Rooney, and then he ended with 4-1-1 with Rooney behind your striker Van Persie. So he played loads of different systems, loads of different ways throughout his career. It changed. So anyone who's like, let's go back to Fergie, listen, football has moved away from that, and it's the feelings and it's the religion, it's all that nostalgia that cripples our club because we won't let flipping new approaches, new ways of playing be implemented. That's what a football coach that wants to play technical football, wants to use Amad Diallo, wants to rotate the ball, wants to use Jaden, wants to use more of our technical players, not just our pace and power players, but our technical players to create some nice football. If I see nice football next season, because I haven't seen nice football for 2 years being a
Mm,
United fan. If I see nice football next season, I'll be happy. Just some good football. That's all I want to see, minimum. Then we can build from that. Because if you play good football, you usually get good results.
yeah.
It's not that difficult to understand. But yeah, it
But
is what it is.
the energy levels of those players, like number 43, Aina for Forest, they have consistently remained paceful throughout this match.
Mm. Give it to. Hey, Walker was there. Oh, De Bruyne, bro.
He didn't even
He
look.
didn't even look.
Didn't
Why
even
didn't he give it
clock.
to the?
He didn't bother. He was like, I'm facing one way
Mm,
and one way only.
he's not interested in scoring any more goals.
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
It would have been a great chance for Forest to exploit this.
This feels like a training session. This feels like a training session. So, as a Arsenal fan, it looks like you have to go to the next game, and hopefully, City will. Who City have next after this? Then
That's what I need to know.
let's find out. Who do City have next after this game?
City fixtures coming up next. The next one is against Wolves, funny enough, against Nuno's old team. And that's next Saturday. So they've got a whole week now to
Mm-hmm.
rest. Then they play again a week after. I'm just looking at the makeup game. I think that's where we need them to falter. The added game in must be Tottenham.
3 days later, I think the Tottenham game is a game that they'll probably drop points.
I hope. Or, even if they end up with the same points as us, we still have the higher goal difference at the moment, so we'd still win the league. But hoping that you win on goal difference was not something I ever thought would come down to, but it could do.
Yeah. Do you know what I liked about Haaland's goal? Which is clever. He's not right. I'm pretty sure he's not right-footed, right? So that defender is expecting Haaland to try to shift it onto his left, and Haaland's like, you know what? Cool. You expect that all you like. I'm gonna bring it actually onto my right.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's just bad. I wish Greenwood didn't do what he did, man. Mason. I really do wish he didn't do what he did because United could do with Mason Greenwood right now.
Yeah.
Like Hoyland is not good. I don't care what no one says. Like, if you're a football fan and you love football and you've grown up watching footballers and you're watching Hoyland play football, you can't think he's a good footballer. You can't. Like, there's nothing apart. Like, even his finishing when he strikes the ball, Hoyland. He's always falling on the floor. He's always on the floor. He's always getting barged. He can't hold the ball up. He can't bring others into play. His movement is non-existent. He doesn't know where he needs to be. He doesn't understand where to run. His first touch is usually bad.
How did he get into the first team? He sounds
Like
bad.
£70 million. Listen, I don't really get some fans because some fans are willing to give some players 100 years to get good or to show any glimpse of quality, while they abuse other players that are much better.
Mm,
Like it's PR and rhetoric is sometimes the most important thing in football, rather than logic and facts.
yeah.
Feelings, basically. It's good. That's a nice ball.
Oh well.
Finish! Oi! What a shot!
That was a good shot. That was really good.
I don't know if he meant that. If that
Yeah.
was meant to be a cross.
I just keep looking at the score 2-0. I'm like, you are so annoying. But it's done now. City have got the 3 points from this game.
Oh, come on, Hudson. Just give it back to flipping number 10, Gibbs. All right, cross in, finish. Unlucky. Look at De Bruyne. I'm just watching him. He's just walking. Number 17, just walking.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Give it. Oh,
It only matters if it was earlier in the game.
that's really bad. This game looks like it is coming to its conclusion.
2-2. I mean 2-0, sorry.
Huh,
What you
you,
were
you
thinking?
wish it was.
I was like 2-2. That would have been the perfect result for me as an Arsenal fan. Mm-mm.
Look at these kids.
Now just time wasting.
Every youngster has a mushroom haircut now. That haircut that goes, that little high top. Everyone's got that mushroom. From the black guys to the white guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. As soon as I saw this guy walking around the pitch, he had to come off. You can't be walking around the pitch. De Bruyne. I'm glad he got taken off. This guy was just walking.
He was genuinely walking around.
I'm like, why are you walking? I think De Bruyne is coming towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
They need to replace De Bruyne. I don't know if Foden is that replacement or not. I don't know. If Foden is that replacement, they need to get wingers now. Whether it's that Crystal Palace guy, Elise, who knows? But they probably need wingers now. Yeah, you can't keep relying on De Bruyne. De Bruyne is when Man City are not in possession, he's a liability. He's not giving Man City anything out of possession. And in possession, he can still produce moments of magic, as you can see. But yeah, he's approaching. He's approaching
The twilight of
the
his.
twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He's gonna be that fat Ronaldo.
Yeah,
But just not good.
it's interesting. I can't see him playing into his 40s like
Mm-mm.
that Modric and crew.
Modric
Like,
is another.
yeah, those guys can. Those guys. And that's what I'm trying to say about football. It's about like football's interesting because Modric is a better footballer than De Bruyne. He is.
Yeah, yeah.
He is.
I agree.
Like man's 40 years old and he's still playing for the best football club in the world. Under the most amount of pressure, under the most amount of intensity, he keeps the ball better. Like technically, Modric is technically sound, and I always say to people, you can always tell how good a footballer is when they get older, or how much a footballer relies on their physicality as opposed to their technicality. Because when they get older and they lose the speed, when they lose the strength, when they lose the physicality,
Mm-hmm.
do they still have the technicality? And if loads of people fall off the cliff, then to me that shows that they weren't that technical in the first place. They relied on more of their physical attributes.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo, for me, is falling off the cliff.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's attributes were his speed, his step overs, his Loads of that is technical. The ability to do step over and to do a lot of things is still technical, but it's technical with his natural speed, like Mbappe, for instance. I'm telling you, if Mbappe loses his speed, gets 2 knee injuries, and he's not quick anymore, he's going to be half the player. The fact that he can't just kick the ball past a player and run past them, and all he's got is just his ability to pass and his ability to shoot.
Yeah.
That's all he's got to rely on. And his footballing brain, then you will see, I reckon, half the player. And I know you can't remove physicality out of a player. You can't remove his speed out of him, because his speed is his speed. That's how quick he is. That's his physical attribute. You can't almost how can Kevin De Bruyne be man in the match? You can't criticize somebody for being quick, because that's just how they are. You can't, that's not their fault. But let's not use some of these physical attributes as or confuse some of these attributes with footballing attributes.
Yeah.
They're just athletic traits.
Yes. Yes, because I think the best example you can use is like if you look at someone like Roberto Carlos now, like he does do a little bit of football here and there. When he plays, his technical ability is still as beautiful, well, not as beautiful, but it's still
Yeah.
even though he's chubbier, he's slower.
Yeah.
And the best example for me of all of that, of what you've described, is Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Fat, he's got a fat
guy.
belly now.
And even R9, these guys here will be the most unfit guys.
Yeah.
They can't run. But let me tell you, in a 5-a-side match, yeah, they'll keep the ball and they'll still run rings around you, because they'll still control the ball. Their technical ability won't change.
No. They just get slower.
They just get slow. Yeah, exactly.
Less agile.
And I wish football fans could see that yes, a footballer can play well in a certain league if the certain league is conducive to their attributes, and if the league is really slow and you're really quick, you might look really good in that league.
Yeah.
But let's focus on what we see. Let's just look at the technical ability and just split the two. We can have nuanced conversations, and we need to learn to have nuanced conversations about the person who might be the best player of the night versus the person who's the best footballer on the pitch versus the person who's the most effective. All of these things can have 3 different answers.
Yeah. It's true.
Rather than the answer is Bruno Fernandes to all of them. No, it's not. It's not.
It's definitely not.
Or the answer to all of them is Kevin De Bruyne. No. That's not true. But
See, Forest has had 15 shots. They've had 50% more shots than City, but City got 4 on target and they got 2 on target. So they're half as good at the conversion. And that's not, being on target doesn't even mean you're scoring, because the goalkeeper can still save it. So you still got to convert it into a goal.
And this is, the fact that Kevin De Bruyne was given man of the match. Do you know who else give man of the match to, actually? Rodri. I think Rodri just ticked the game over nicely. He's in the middle. He's been involved in everything. Center of the park, just ticking the game over. I've seen De Bruyne give the ball away too many times, do too many rubbish things for him to be man. It's like, once the rhetoric has been set, once the rhetoric has been established that De Bruyne is the guy, you don't even need to watch the match and actually tell me who the man of the match is. Just give it to De Bruyne, because it's safe. It's a safe thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Not many people will argue with you. He's a really good player. It's safe. And most people who don't understand football or don't understand what they're watching will be like, yeah, De Bruyne, yeah. No, he's not. He hasn't been the man of the match this match. He hasn't.
I fell down.
Unlucky Haaland. Match is done now anyway.
Yeah. Whistle's going to blow any second.
Whistle should be blowing soon. There you go.
Oh, man.
There you go. Arsenal fans who were waiting, hoping, fingers crossed, legs crossed, wanting, hoping, praying for a Forest upset. It hasn't happened today. But looking at City's next fixtures,
Yeah.
that upset can still come. You guys, the less games you have, the better you feel. City have 5 games to play. So Arsenal have 3. So Arsenal are definitely in a better position right now. But you still need to pray and hope that City fail somewhere. Arsenal have, for me, they've got one. I think right now Arsenal have one hand on the trophy. Right now, Arsenal have one hand. Man City have another hand,
I
and it's about who lets go
I say I agree with all
first.
of that, except Arsenal have their hand on the trophy. City are got it in their lap. They're holding, they're hugging, they've got their arm wrapped around it. They're polishing it,
Yeah,
and then we're just like,
yeah.
so there.
That's a good analogy. They've got it on their lap while you've got a hand on it,
Yeah,
and you're getting ready to put 2 hands on it and take it out of the lap. But it's right now still in their lap,
it's still in their lap.
still in their
And
lap.
the thing is, I just feel like even though they've got the longer run of games, and in fact, even after they finish all their Prem games, they've got to play you guys again in the thingy, in the FA Cup. So I feel like Pep is saying to you guys, to their guys, you got the rest of the season to go plus more. Don't slow down now. Keep going. We got to win every game, but only focus on the game in hand, the game ahead.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's
maybe we could. I don't want to pray for injuries because I don't want people to be injured and stuff. But if Haaland was being rested for a muscle injury, but they still brought him on and he still contributed to today's game, it doesn't leave me that hopeful. Like looking at the quality of today's game with a team that they are is battling relegation. City didn't even have to play that well
we can
to
listen.
win in a good way.
What does that? What does that sound like? We watched the game where
Sound like
Arsenal. We
Arsenal.
watched the game where Arsenal did not have to play that well and still beat Tottenham.
I'm not. I'm just annoyed.
So both of you guys are. I mean, that's why you guys are top, right? Because you've developed a way of playing football. Arteta has learned from Pep, and Arteta has gone to Arsenal and implemented a style of football over the last 5 years. That's now everybody knows, everybody understands. It's rigid, it flows, it's fluid to the point where you don't now. Just like Man United in their better days,
Mhm.
we didn't need to win or we didn't need to play very well to win games. We just put teams under pressure. Just turning up sometimes. Teams will just make mistakes and give us goals and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And that's what you see a lot with Arsenal and Man City, but definitely now with Arsenal not needing to play too well. Last season, you had to play a lot of times. You had to play really well to win, and you won a lot of games without playing well, and it it, it caught up with you. It caught up with you because, like I said, the Sheffields and whatnot scored last minute goals, and for me, you deserve that because you before that, before you know when before the results came to bite you, so to speak, you were getting away with not playing well and scoring goals. This season, there's only 3 games left, and you haven't been punished for not playing well and still winning. That hasn't caught up with you yet. So that shows to me that you've gone to a next level where
Yeah.
karma's not going to come around. You're not going to start losing 4 or 5 games now because this is not going to catch up with you. You've only got 3 games left, so it means you've gone to a new level. That's what it means to me. And I think this season is the best opportunity that Arsenal have. In clearly, it is in the most recent time for you to win the league, and you've come a lot closer.
Yeah.
Last
Last
year,
season.
it was you guys capitulated well before this time.
Yeah. Well before.
We're now in May, approaching we're practically in May, right? And you guys are top with 2 points ahead.
Yeah.
So even if you don't win the league this season, Arsenal, I can't see how you don't win the league next season.
That's how
Because
I felt last season, though.
because every season is improvement, and every season everyone's getting worse. So Liverpool are going to get worse next season without
Yeah, Liverpool will.
Pep is not going. This City team has got worse, and I think it will get worse when De Bruyne is because it's almost a transition that's happening. You
Yeah.
guys aren't transitioning. You guys have had your team for 2 years now. So if you don't win it this season, you will win it
We
next
will win
season.
it eventually.
It's trajectory.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very difficult unless another team comes from nowhere next season and does the unexpected, like a Chelsea or a Man City, Chelsea or like a United, for instance, do like an unexpected thing, which I can't see that happening. You guys are the only stable club, and Man City are the only 2 stable clubs.
Yeah.
So it will be you two again next season, and I think based on trajectory, if you don't win it this season, you guys will win it next season. Which I'm not gonna lie, as a Man United fan, it hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts, but
As an Arsenal fan, it hurts until we win.
it is what it is, man. Guys, if you are watching it live, smash a like, do what you need to do, subscribe below. Brand new channel
Oh, here we
where
go.
we
Before we go, let's just respond to this one comment. Arsenal are counted on Spurs to take points off City. It's a slim chance, but the only place they might stumble, and they have been a bogey for the team recently. A bogey team for them recently. Yeah, and that's kind of what you said as well, that could be the place for City to slip up.
yeah. I reckon City will slip up against Tottenham. Whether they lose or not, I think that's definitely a game they'll slip up. And I can't see Man United doing anything. Look, we can't even beat Burnley at home. I think Arsenal will slap Man United. If I had to predict right now who's going to win the Premier League, I would say I'm 55% Arsenal, 45% City. That's where I am objectively. Where I am in terms of feelings, I'm 99% Man City,
Yeah.
1% Arsenal. I want Man City to win. But objectively, I think Arsenal are just about pipping it in terms of who I think will win the league.
I just wish I would feel much more comfortable if we had exactly the same amount of games each. Then I could be like, well, they have to do more than us. They don't right now. They don't have to do more than us. They have to play more than us. But then their win ratio is higher. So yeah, maybe it'll be a random team that they capitulate against. Who knows?
Yeah. Don't forget this was practically a full strength Man City team almost.
Against a relegation.
Against a relegation team, which, it wasn't the greatest showing. But there you go, guys.
Okay.
There you go. Premier League is tying up. It's squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum tizzle. It's going to be very interesting. My team is 6th. Man United are 6th. It looks like we're going to qualify for Europa League.
I've been impressed by your goal difference this season. You've managed to keep it at or exactly at 0 the whole season.
Oh,
And you're still 6th. That's what is just blowing my mind.
Manchester United are so...
But then when you see the rest of the... Look, from 11 downwards, everyone's on minus goal difference. Everyone.
Our goal difference is literally a mid-table team goal difference.
Sheffield United minus 63. Oh my lord. They've conceded 63 goals.
Well,
And not scored.
the goal difference is minus 60.
Oh,
That's a goal difference.
Worse
They've conceded more than 63 goals.
Sheffield used to be better than that.
I don't know about Sheffield United. In my youth, I remember Sheffield Wednesday.
True.
But this Sheffield United business, I don't know. But yeah. We have a +1 goal difference. Newcastle are a point below us with a +19 goal difference.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the Watch Along, man. It's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege. Whoever is joining, whether there's one of you or two of you, we're going to keep doing this.
Yes.
Keep banging this out. And yeah, it's going to be fun at the end of the season. We're going to be watching a lot of football in the next couple weeks because it's stressful mania. It's squeaky bum time.
Yep. And then the Euros are coming up in the summer.
Yep. So it's going to be very interesting on this channel. If you enjoy debates, if you enjoy football conversation, if you enjoy talking outside the box, thinking outside the box, exploring different ways of looking at football, and stick with this channel. It's a fun channel. Fun football conversations about to happen. We're going to have a lot more watch-alongs, a lot more reactions, a lot more shows coming up very soon, guys. So yeah, just stay tuned, support the channel, let it grow. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Cool.
See ya. Let's stop the stream.
Peace out.